Hey everyone, I'm Justin Ward, assistant coach and offensive coordinator at Army West Point. I'm honored to be able to share some techniques and drills with you today. Before we begin, a big thank you to Coach Chamati and the Richmond Spiders coaching staff for their leadership in creating Coaching Through Cancellation. The Army men's lacrosse family is sending their thoughts and prayers to everyone during these unprecedented times. In this video, I will break down the proper footwork for dodging at the island. As a former attackman, this is something I'm very passionate about, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with all of you. Dodging effectively at the island is an important part of the game. It can increase your scoring percentage, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense, and it generates goal-scoring opportunities for your teammates. Today's video will be focused on how efficient and violent footwork can free up your hands to score the ball from the island. Before we dive into the footwork, it's important to talk about some of the non-negotiables when dodging. As we practice our dodging, be sure that we're intentionally working hard on these non-negotiables. First, when we are practicing, we want to be dodging with our eyes up. This is important so that we can see the defense and your teammates. Second, we want to have great stick protection. When cradling with one hand on our stick, we want our top hand all the way up the plastic and working to get the stick head and or your thumb back towards your armpit. Make sure our stick is vertical, perpendicular to the ground, and quietly cradling the ball. Our free arm should be up, shielding our stick from potential checks. When cradling with two hands, we want to have our bottom hand all the way down towards the butt end and safely store it away and to the outside or opposite hip pocket. This ensures that our defenseman will have a hard time lifting, digging, or poking your bottom hand. Lastly, we want to be strong with the ball. Maintain a strong base and confident cradle. The first progression will take place starting at the island. This portion of the progression is to focus on our footwork, our hands, and scoring the ball. Let's get after it. The first dodge in our progression is a come around. Anytime we can get topside on our man either with speed or strength, we want to take advantage of it. Our first step should be a strong step up the field with our outside foot. Our second step should be a hard step to the middle of the field with our inside foot. And our third step is a combination of our outside hip firing back towards the goal and our torso and arms generating power towards the goal. The second dodge is an inside roll. Our inside roll is used as a counter for defensemen who overrun us to the top side or for those defensemen that make their contact too high. We set this dodge up with the hard instep or by dropping our shoulder. Once we instep, we want to drop step with our outside foot back towards the end line. Once we've rolled, we want to seal our man with our body and attack the far pipe. Be sure to tuck your stick when coming out of your roll. The third dodge in our progression is the rocker dodge. The rockers are a great way to get leverage to the middle of the field. The dodge starts with an instep or by dropping your shoulder. Your second step is a lateral step out towards the sideline while using your head and shoulders to sell the step. The third step is a hard, violent step back towards the middle of the field, followed by a shot. Be sure to keep your stick protected between your shoulders and in a loaded position. Next is the question mark. In this video, I'll highlight two different ways to execute a question mark. This variation is built on two steps. Your first step is an instep, or a dropping of the shoulder. Your second step is a combination of a lateral step out towards the sideline and a bound or a jump off of that same foot. During the transition between the first and second step, throw your hands out towards the sideline and quietly switch your hands. The next variation is the four-step question mark. This variation requires two additional steps, but also allows for more times to organize your hands and get your momentum back towards the goal. The first step is our instep. The second step should be a 45-degree angled step towards the sideline. The third step is a flat step towards the sideline, which begins to help complete the turn. The fourth step is a strong step back towards the corner of the field, completing your turn and getting your momentum back towards the goal. During the second step, throw your hands to the sideline, and by the third step, quietly switch your hands. The bounce is the last dodge in this progression. The bounce is set up with a hard instep and physical dodge. Once you've created contact, explode out towards the sideline on a 45-degree angle up the field. This 45-degree angle is significant because we want to get outside of our defender's top hand, ensuring that we alter his approach. We want to land in an athletic and explosive position so that we can shoot, feed, or dodge once we've landed. On this dodge, you must read your man and his approach. If he is soft or still catching up, shoot the ball. If he comes out on the low side, dodge topside. If he overruns you to the high side, face dodge or split back underneath. The second progression begins with the dodger starting their dodge from goal line extended. This is a great way to execute your footwork at the island from a dynamic position. From this progression, you can also begin to add other nuances to set up your dodges at the island. Using stick fakes, changing speeds, and changing planes are great ways to set up your dodge at the island. The last and final progression begins by dodging from below goal line extended. Dodging from behind the goal is a great way to practice and execute combination dodges. This is a great time to be creative and visualize the game. I hope you enjoyed this video on the island dodging progression. I love this progression because it allows the individual to refine their footwork in a high rep environment. By starting small with your footwork and building out into a full length dodge in progression number 3, you'll find yourself maximizing your reps and having fun while doing it. Be sure to focus on the non-negotiables. To all the coaches or parents, a great adaptation to this drill is to stand on the back side and hold up single-digit numbers with your hands. Have the dodger call out the number prior to or while dodging. This is a great way to hold the dodger accountable and ensure that their eyes are up. Thank you for your time. Stay safe and stay hungry.